Don't break in off the highway. That Dad told me one time. You never break until you're down here.
Well, I was kind of breaking, but there's nobody behind.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no.
but there's nobody behind me.
Never break in like until you're here.
Okay.
I learned that from Dad.
Okay. But there's nobody behind me though when I break. Different fears of my life. I shared with you the fear of going to the dentist. I shared with you the fear of just having my face in front of a camera. I shared with you a lot of things, but there's one fear of mine, a really big fear of mine, that I never shared with anyone, and that is driving my car on a highway. It's been over 10 years since I drove my car on a highway and drove an extensive way. So the reason why I'm sharing this video with you today is because I received a comment last week from one of my subscribers. And she said, what do you do when you're afraid to leave your house? So I'm going to share with you in tangible ways what I do, and I'm going to share with you today in front of the camera facing my fear. I have fears in our life, but some people would say a fear like this, well, that's nothing to be afraid of. But that's the thing with fear and the human nature. What one person may be afraid of, another person doesn't have that issue. And I really was touched by her comment about being afraid of leaving your house. My new subscribers don't realize that I had severe anxiety and panic attacks and PTSD from something that happened to me a long time ago. I really struggled for 2 years with fear because I received my first panic attack in public. I really didn't want to leave my home because I was so fearful of getting another one. But slowly I decided that, you know, our brain is our worst enemy. And I'm going to share with you today my fear of driving on the highway. And I'm going to share with you, what do you do when you are surrounded by fear? But this is a video that I'm going to share with all of you what it's like real life and what it's like to be afraid. My daughter is going along for the ride to have moral support. But for me, driving the highway is my one biggest fear that I have not conquered yet. We all have fears and we conquer some of them, and there's things that we have to learn. I don't know where my fear started from. I was in an accident that wasn't my fault. And after that, it seemed like I was afraid to go on highways. I am very sheltered in nature. I don't like traveling very far from home. And ever since my children were old enough to drive, they always took me places. I really didn't have a need to drive. And the less you do something, the scarier it becomes, no matter what that is in life. And as we get older, a lot of times people will end up not driving as often. And when they don't drive as often, it gets more anxiety for them because it's something they're not used to doing. Some people would say they would never, ever get in front of a camera and make a YouTube channel. My husband is one of them people who does not like to be in front of the camera. He says he would rather jump out of an airplane and parachute than to get in front of YouTube. Imagine that. I can't imagine me jumping out of an airplane. I could never do that. But because I do a lot of YouTube videos and I'm on the camera every day, it's not very hard for me. So, my friends, we're going to start the car. We're going to buckle ourselves in, and we are going to be in for a ride. I had 2 cameras set up. One camera is going to view the road, while this camera is going to view me. Can I really go on the highway after 10 years? Can I really do it and not get scared? Well, you're in for the ride, my friends, because this is life, and this is my life. Everybody, here we go. Woo-hoo! So I got off the ramp, and I'm going on the highway. So this is the first time I'm working with 2 cameras. One is facing me, one is facing the highway. So you can see firsthand what it's like. It's been close to 10 years. Hubby says over 10 years. So let me go ahead, and I gotta concentrate on what I'm doing.
You don't have to slow down.
Well, I have to slow down because I gotta go. Okay, here we go. On the highway. Yoo-hoo! something so simple like this to some people, it's extreme for others because I haven't done it for so long. And it's not that busy this time of day, so that really helps. But it's still something that gives me anxiety. And Michelle, would it give you an anxiety?
Yes.
See, she gets anxiety, and she got that from me.
Yes.
So when a parent has anxiety, they can pass that on to their children. And I'm just showing you just another part of my life, something I haven't done for so long. And it's very interesting. Getting on and off a ramp, especially getting on a ramp, is what makes me nervous. Now, I am only going 60 mile an hour on a 65 speed zone, so, but there isn't people around me, so that works out okay because I'm not slowing anybody down because there's nobody in front of me and nobody in behind me. Oh, goodness gracious. I know those of you who live in this city would find this extremely overrated, but I can't help it. This is how it is. All right, I'll get back to you in a few moments because we're going to have some traffic signs that I'm not used to as well. I'm doing good, people. I'm doing good. Ooh, better keep both hands on the steering wheel. Now I'm going to be getting off the highway, and then there's a little bit of a tricky traffic light situation. So we're going to just conquer that too while we're at it. And it's a dreary, cloudy day, but at least it's not raining and it's not snowing. Can't imagine snow.
Break in off the highway. That Dad told me one time. You never brake until you're down here.
Well, I was kind of braking a little, but there's
Yeah,
nobody
you don't do
behind.
that. Oh, no,
yeah,
no,
but
no.
there's nobody behind me.
You
Though.
never brake get like until you're here.
Okay.
I learned that from Dad.
Okay. But there's nobody behind me though when I braked. Now all I need to do is get stopped by a cop yet. That would really get good. Alrighty. When I get nervous, I hum. All these different things I do. I don't think about it until I do it. So everyone, I'm gonna stop filming once we get past this traffic light because after that, then it's easy street for me. But I really want to thank you guys for coming along on this journey with me, and I just want to share with you in tangible ways about what it's like to face your fears.
I mean, none of this.
Okay,
the only thing about me
so
is
this shows the left. I go on this one.
stay here for now where you're at.
No, I don't.
Yeah, now you get over.
Yeah, I get over this one. Oh my goodness, this is freaky. Okay.
Now you gotta wait.
Yeah, but I don't have the
No,
arrow.
so you gotta sit here.
Now this here gets to me.
You gotta. Don't
Yeah, I
get too far,
know.
You won't see your sign.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go up a little bit.
Well, no, we can't see.
No.
Oh, wait, it's over there. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I gotta wait for the arrow. Okay. Whew. Is it getting hot in here?
Oh my lord, she's getting a panic attack.
I wouldn't be smiling if I had a panic attack. Okay, now you gotta check everything going on.
Not that lady yet.
Now we can go.
Oh, here we go. Woo! Oh, we almost lost our cameras. We made
Bye,
it.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Say we are our own worst enemies, and feeding the fear makes it worse. And by just conquering them a little bit at a time, you won't believe all the steps that you can make into a better life. So if you're afraid of going outside of your house, I would start with baby steps. Start with small steps. Go just a little bit from your house. Each week, go a little further, and you won't believe the difference it makes. If you have anxiety, just pull off on the side of the road and take a deep breath. Always have somebody with you in the beginning, because by having somebody with you, you have that moral support, and you have somebody there that can help you when you're feeling anxiety. This is a very different video for me, but I'm going to share with you more and more in practical ways how you can conquer issues in your own life. And it's just taking one step at a time, and that is conquering our fear. To those of you who missed my fear of the dentist, and my complete transformation from having such an ugly smile to having a nice bright one, here's my video.